back to our after lunch session. First, I'll be taking you through the session on the expectations of the pastor. Then after that, it will be Apostle who will take us through our last session. Then after that, we'll be heading into our question and answer segment. Then I'm sure by that, we will be done. So first of all, let me start by introducing myself. I am Raphael. I am the Chief of Operations for the church. Who am I? I am qualified with an honors degree in marketing and social science. What is social science? Social science is communication, management of people, and critical crisis management. It also involves understanding society. And I believe that the ministry is a society on its own. I'm trained as the Chief of Operations in the church by my pastor. I'm trained through reading. I've been trained by New Life Covenant Church, Chief of Operations, Dreen. I've also been trained through observing, which is serving through experience. What I can do. I'm married, so it means that I can marry. I am a father, a good father. I run a business. I have multiple streams of income. I can pray. I can clean. I can set up the church auditorium, the chairs. A fact is, actually, during COVID, when we were opening up churches, because we had restrictions, most of you would not know, but when we were in Alex Park, it was actually me and my two boys from work who would go and clean the toilets, who would then go and again clean and sanitize the whole church auditorium. We did that because we'd actually recently fired our caretaker, so there was no one to stand in, which means that I am capable of doing these things. I can usher if asked to. I can lead prayer if asked to or given the opportunity. I can zaga here. And I'm sure when the time comes for me to preach, I can minister, and there will actually be impartation. I'm a tither. I sacrifice my time and resources. I'm up early to take instructions at 5:30 a.m. from Apostle. My alarm actually goes off every day at 5:30. By that time, chances are I'm 15 minutes late. The message didn't get opened with instructions from the Apostle. And these instructions start from 5:30 and during the day. And I think yesterday's instruction came at 11 p.m. So it's one of the things that I can do. Financially, I've been proven my trustworthiness from before the conferences. When Apostle was building his house, I used to go. I was the one who bought most of the materials. I've traveled with him. I've handled some of his monies through his transactions, and I've never given him an excuse. I think the only excuse that I gave was this year, where I had to use this 700 to pay for the screen that we needed for the conference. And I did explain. Lastly, when asked to, by the time you are checking in, if you're all going to Blueyo, by the time you're checking in at 4:30 and arriving in Blueyo by 9 a.m., I will have taken the pastor to Blueyo safely in less than 3 hours by road. Well, I was just making it a lighter moment, guys, before we get into what I want to discuss, the pastor's expectations on supporting the vision of the pastors, being an able ladder holder. First and mostly, why is it important? It is to avoid problems, to know what's needed, to pull up to expectations, to decide to or not to work under or with the pastor. To know the basis of what is expected, to succeed as a ministry. Your character, you have to be one who is mature, no time to babysit at leadership level, know your position, able to take corrections without offense, must not be emotional and take things personally, must be a Christian, deed, word, righteous living, godly character. Social media here plays a part. Avoid the things that you comment. Avoid the videos that you take of yourselves and you post. Why are you even taking those videos? That's question number one. And why are the people around you allowing you to take those videos? It means you're flocking with the wrong flock. Males, to keep your zip up, love your wife, manage your money. For females, I cannot talk on behalf of females. I'm not a woman. But what I would say is I would encourage all the women to attend Jewel's meetings, seek counsel from the pastors. Avoid seeking counsel from your peers. You never know what their intentions are. You must also be, your second character is time conscious. You must be trained in time management, how to use your time. Excellent planning equals excellent, plus excellent execution equals success. You can be here, you arrived on time, right? And you know that we start prayer at 9:30, but you were sitting. Yes, you arrived on time, but you did not manage your time properly because when you were supposed to be doing some work, you were actually just sitting. So we do not take time arrival, but we take time management. How you use it is what determines that, or is what speaks that you are good at time management. You must always be on time. In the departments, I think I always let you know if we have time changes. We already know that church starts every time at 10. Starting of church at 10 does not mean it is arrival time. Starting of the leadership seminar at 9:30 doesn't mean that is leadership time. If we were to ask by a show of hands raised, we would see that a bulk of us arrived after 9:30, which is not appropriate. Lateness disrupts the pastor. If you are late and you've not set up the speakers, you're going to disrupt the pastor's mood. Yes, it is spirit leads, but what if the spirit has started leading from then on? But your disruption now will cause maybe the pastor now to focus on correcting you instead of him being on stage to minister to us for what we are here for. You must stick to time. You must respect other people's time. If we call for an event, let's say a Jewel's meeting or wise men meeting, if we say it's starting at 12 till 2, just because it is happening at your house, it does not mean that you must make it prolong and end at 6 p.m. We all have things to, we might have, or we all have things to do. It is only wise and courteous of you to ask others that, you know what, our meeting has ended now. Those that are free or available can stay behind. We are not a very strict church we are not here to enforce like the police. Yes, if we say that an event is for 2 hours, let the important things be done in the 2 hours. If swallowship was part of it, let it be done in the 2 hours. If ministry is part of it, let it be done in the 2 hours. Everything else can come after, but that is optional to the people that are attending, which means you will have respected what? People's time. The third character is a leader must be prayerful. Leaders must pray for their pastors. When you lead prayer, also teach others to pray for the pastor. As you know, I think Pastor Rosetta does a good job when she's during intercession. We all pray for our pastors before the service starts. But in our departments, that is what we are talking about here. In our departments, as individuals, as leaders of departments, we must be able to teach the people who we are leading to pray for our pastors, to also pray for their families as well. Because if pastor has to rush somewhere because there's a crisis that we could have prayed for, it means that we are the ones who are not benefiting from the impartation that was supposed to be coming. You must pray for your own house. You must know the current prayer points. How many of us in here know our prayer points? Can I ask randomly? I'm confident we know them. Or from now on, we'll start to pay attention to our prayer points. It is key, ladies and gentlemen, as it means that we're all walking in the same direction, following the same vision. Fourth character, you must be accountable and responsible. You cannot just disappear and appear. How is this? Inform the pastor of the immediate leader or supervisor. Currently, it is clear that deacons, if you're not available, please inform the pastor that I will not be available. But if you're also a deacon and you're a head of department, kindly inform me that I will not be available. If you're serving under someone or you're a deputy HOD, kindly inform your HOD that I'm not available. It does not make sense for a deputy HOD to be informing me when you've not informed your HOD, because your HOD makes plans based on your availability. I'm not the one that makes plans based on what? Your availability. You are also under who? Someone. So it is key that when you're not available, please inform them immediately. Some of us, we know that maybe next week Saturday or next week Sunday I will not be available. Why should you wait for Friday when you could have told somebody on Monday? Why should you wait for 10 a.m. when church starts at 10? When you could have told them as soon as you woke up that, you know what, today I'm not feeling well. I will not be able to attend. It is only fair, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I did give you what I can do, but I cannot do these things alone. I actually need you. And this is how we can help each other achieve these things, or this is actually how we can work together. So if I'm counting on you and you just disappear or do not tell us what is happening, you cause confusion and you cause chaos. Don't try to surprise pastors on major things and decisions, such as your marital status, your financial statuses, your employment, and your family status. Do not come and tell the pastor that, you know what, next week, tuda kuchata. Kupesa papa mamchiboplana, mangamuru kupi, mamchitaura nanani. If we are a family, and it's just a we start to do it together. So, if it is your plans or your ideas as a family, and you in your household have decided, yes, we want to relocate, please tell the pastors, because everything that we're going to do, we are hedging it around you as we are going forward. But if you let us know, we'll also be able to make adjustments as we are going forward. Like I said, we depend on each other, so we need each other. So by letting us know, you are not going to disappoint us. Yes, we'll be disappointed that you're leaving, but we appreciate that you've notified us and we're able to make plans and to plan ahead. If not, make appropriate arrangements before you leave. If you know that maybe, you know what, my department is crucial, it is crucial. For instance, praise and worship. You know that it is crucial. If I just say I'm not available this weekend, it means that there's a need for a song list, there's a need for practice, there's a need for us to make sure that the band will be available. Please make those necessary arrangements and say, Raphael, I will not be available. Here is the list of the songs that we're singing. Here's the names of the people that are coming. Do not just inform me, because if you inform me and I do not know how to sing, or I do not know how to work the video camera, or I do not know how to work the sound system, you are going to leave us naked and desperate and in a state of confusion. The next thing, character, is excellence is a must. Why? Excellence is a culture of Wisdom City. Excellence is done on purpose. If somebody is not excellent, it means that they do not know. It means that actually they did not want to be excellent, because they were taught excellence. When were they taught excellence? They were taught excellence on the 14th of May, 2022, in the in-house leaders seminar. So how can you say you do not know excellence when the excellence was taught here on how to achieve excellence? Everything that we're being taught here, everything we're being taught to know our vision, to know the expectations of a deacon, on how to be a good leader, it is part of building excellence. It is excellence being taught. It is through planning, it is through execution, it is by teamwork. I do not think you can achieve excellence alone. The conference is always a success in this ministry. But ladies and gentlemen, if it was not for the help of Auntie Julie, who was sending out letters, who was helping with the setting up of the chairs, the conference would not have been a success. It was not with the help of my wife, who was busy with the catering stuff, the conference would not have been a success. If it was not for the protocol team that was ushering in the guests, the conference would not have been a success. So basically, when excellence is acknowledged in this house, yes, it is acknowledged through the leader, but it was actually through teamwork. And the areas that we must be excellent in. We must be excellent at work, where we work, be it informal or informal. People must know us for excellence. In our families, we must always be excellent. In ministry, Wisdom City, we must be excellent. And as an individual, you must be excellent in your dressing, in your conduct, how you speak to other people, how you interact with other people, how you dress, and your appearance and your character. 6, have money integrity. Must account for all monies. All phones now have got a Google spreadsheet. I suggest, if you know that, you know what, sometimes it's hard for you to keep track. Every time you make a payment, note it down. Our phones also have a notepad. Note it down. This is what I've used the money for. I've bought lunch. I've used fuel. I've paid so and so. And you must make sure to get receipts. If you come to us and you tell us, you know what, I bought lunch for $1. If it was not your money, ladies and gentlemen, ask that person who sells SADS to write you a receipt and to sign and to put their phone number. We must be able to account for these things. Keep on the budget. Yes, there are certain things that we need. I'll speak on behalf of, I think, hospitality. We do have a set budget. It is wise and encouraged for you guys to keep to the budget. But there are certain things that we cannot do without. Do not say, because we were told that our budget is $100, but the things that we need, because there are things that we cannot do without. They're showstoppers, and they cost $110. We need an extra $10. Just because the budget said $100, do not be so hard and say, you know what, because budget said this, I will not get this. You are actually what? Going against us. You're actually sabotaging. Just come back and present your case. You know what? This is a showstopper. Our budget was $100, but we really need this. Can we get this sorted? And explain properly. Keep assets under control. Do not abuse church resources. If ever you're given the church camera, we're shooting probably, we've gone to an outside event, to another church. Probably we're using our church cameras to take pictures. Please do not convert and use the church cameras or the church laptops to watch your own personal movies or to do your own personal work. If need be, do seek approval. Keep records of everything that you're doing, everything that you have taken from the church, everything that you need, and everything that you have used, and when you have returned. Do not just come and tell us, you know what, I took the church camera and I've returned it. Keep a record. And how do you keep a record? Sign in and sign it out, whatever you take or whatever you use. The next one, a leader must be a tither. You must be faithful in your tithing. This is a must. We cannot compromise. When you've decided or agreed to take up the position of a leader, we cannot compromise on you being a tither. Like Pastor D said, we want to work with people that have got blessed resources. We check on all leaders. Apostle checks on all the deacons. I check on all the HODs. If you're not tithing, probably sometimes we'll come to you and ask what is going on, so we understand that you're not eating your seed. It is not that because we want money, no. But it is the vision of the house, it is part of the house that we tithe, because there is something that we rebuke when we tithe. When you are a leader, be a good leader. Do not boss around people. Speak to people nicely. You do not know what somebody is going through, but if you speak to them as your friend or your sister or your brother, you might be able to relate to them better. Do not just become and say, because ndini ndiri kutonga panapa, ndinenge ndabvunza zvandoda kuti zviitwe ndozvinoitwa sei, ndozvinoitwa. Do not boss people around. Learn to conversate with people. We were taught, ask them, oh, how's home? And break that ice. Then you can then speak to people nicely. Influence them. Influence them by doing good. Influence them by being a very good example. People must learn from your example. Do not come and tell people to be here at church by 9:30 when you arrive at 9:15. No, at 10:15, sorry. It is not appropriate. If ever you are to do that and to ask people to come at 9:30 and you're not able to make it, also as a leader, you're accountable to the people that you're leading. Do explain to them, you know what, guys, I did ask for us to be here by 9:30, but I will not make it at 9:30 because maybe so and so I have to first deal with this. You are also accountable to the people that you're working with, and that is setting a good example. Do not be a leader who will tell people to come at 9:30, then you show up late, and you do not bother to explain to your people. Motivate the people that you lead. Do not hold back on the testimonies that are happening in your life. Do not hold back on the goodness that is happening on the life, on the favor that you're receiving in your life, especially amongst the peers or the members that you lead. Hakusi kuwashainira, but kuvamotivatewo. Endiwo paunozotaura usazotaura zvekuzoti chi vachazondiona ndakumbovafidzisa. Motivate, believe, but usazobelievise. Must support the pastor. That's a strong character that you must have. Be loyal to the cause. Be loyal to the vision of the house. Be loyal to our pastors. Don't criticize the pastor in front of other church members. Don't criticize your leader in front of other leaders. Do not criticize your leader. Do not criticize your pastor in front of everyone else. After that, if you have an issue or something that is burning, you are allowed to question, but visit them privately and say, Fundis, pai, but in so in your questioning, exercise it with caution and be appropriate. Do not be rude. Because in Nini dinoziva, like Mr. Gupro, but in Nini dinoziva zvakadaiso, zvamuri kutaura hazvizvi pamberi pevanhu vese. Or even if you're going to talk to him in private, also know that he is your father. Speak to him with respect. Do not lose that. Be obedient and obey and be respectful to your father and your leader. Once decisions are made, you must support it, even if it goes against your own feeling. Do not be one person who will sabotage a decision because it did not go according to what you need or according to what you were feeling. Remember, like we said earlier on, it is teamwork. And probably there were certain things that you do not know that has led to this decision. There was probably a 4-hour meeting, so a decision had to be made in these 30 minutes that we met. But there was previous deliberations that had gone on. You must work to make things. You work to make things work, not fail. Do not sabotage. Do more than expected. Always show up on time. Leave late if need be. Use your own resources if you have. Mobilize resources if need be. But when you mobilize those resources, do not go and mobilize resources in the name of the ministry. Defend the pastor. Growing up, Pastor Chris and stuff like that. Those guys, they defend their pastors because they are sold to the vision. I strongly believe that if you are especially if you're in this meeting right now, you are sold to the vision. So it means that if our vision is we tithe, you must be able to defend it. Why we tithe, and it is good to tithe. Even if somebody comes with their own doctrine or their own understanding, you must be able to defend that because you are part of the vision and you believe it. If you are not able to defend it, I'm convinced you're not sold to the vision and you're not part of the ministry. There are unsaid conversations, pastor to you, pastor to me to you, or pastor to me. What do I mean by that? There are certain things where you find us that will make a certain change. But because there's some politics or there are certain things that we cannot say to you because of the level that you are, please do not question certain decisions. Understand that there are unsaid conversations that we cannot have with you. And sometimes it is better to be obedient and to follow the instruction that has just been given. We will never just come out of the blue and say, because today we just want people to sit that side. And takatofambawo murodhi, I'm pretty sure kune vakawanda vatopfuura mucongregation vanenge vachitoti chi boss. Dzitoriwo hwai dzangu dzandogona kutoita sei kutocontrol nekubossa around. So if you see us making certain decisions, it is not because we want to control and we are not explaining to you. We are not rough, but there are certain things that we cannot say because we want to also protect the privacy of the conversations that have been had and the characters and the integrity of the other people that were involved. Be committed to the church, to church activities. Be there. When you go to church activities, be it here or if you're going with our pastor elsewhere, take notes and highlight new ideas. Participate and volunteer. Do not just attend. Take notes. And if you see something new, please come and suggest it to us. Like we said, we're a growing ministry. So you might actually come back with an idea that I missed and might actually help us. And as a leader, it is your duty to take notes and to bring in new ideas into the house. You cannot be more committed to other ministry activities. 9 a.m., you are there. Amen, 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 amen. Our 6:30 prayer meeting, I did not have data. But on Facebook, when so-and-so was preaching, you were there. On our church live feed, you did not even comment. But at a certain time, you're also there online. If you're a leader and you're part of this ministry, please support these things. Be more committed to our ministry activities. We are not saying do not. Apostle has said it. After he has listened or watched even our service, he will watch Bishop Tudor Bismarck. He will watch Apostle ABJ. But he is here first. He's more committed to here and he supports the other activities. 5 qualities of a ladder holder. Strong people that can handle correction. That's what S stands for. Teachable. Don't have to know everything. That's what T stands for. Don't be. Inindoziva zvese izvezvi. Kana kuri kuhospitality ndinozviziva. Kana ndiri kumagitari ndinozviziva. Handiti kune leader anenge ariko. Kana uchizviziva endo kwaari. Go and tell them, you know what? I have a suggestion. Can we do this? Attentive, learn quickly. That's what A stands for. Firm, not easily influenced by people. That's what F stands for. Faithful in leader, church, and vision. That's what F stands for. Be always ready to serve. That is a quality of a ladder holder. If I had it my own way, I would say I would have loved to serve the pastor and to have continued serving pastor in protocol as an armor bearer. Why? Because personally for me, I think I learned a lot through that time. I used to travel with the apostle. So whenever he's talking or discussing business, I'm being imparted, I was learning things. Whenever we would go to church, to other churches, there was exposure that came with it. But now, you know what? I have to be here. So to be honest, yes, I'm not as willingly or happily here than I was happy there. Because maybe when I was there, I think even financially, you know what? Weekly can they go but 1,000. Because drop a new idea. Because now. And did it. But now, yes, by the grace of God, and you know what? There's the goodness that happens with it. Now, probably in a week where even quickly but 1,000. That's 4,000 in a month. And Now, unongwana did not go 40,000. Kawan in a month. So I'm happy and I'm always ready to serve wherever I'm assigned to serve. There are people that you must always know that there are people who pioneer certain things. If you have pioneered, like me, for instance, I strongly believe I've been part of pioneering of the church from breaking into the 100+ members. If a time comes for me to be assigned to do something, I must be able to accept, to adapt, and to accept change. These are not lifetime or honorary positions for you to say, you know what, just because the Viswa Kuva, the head of youth ministry, I'm no longer coming to church because I'm the one that started youth ministry. It is not like that. You are not a leader. A leader is always ready to serve, and a leader observes the characters that I've said. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.